Hey, what going on? What's happening, good people? Welcome back to another great show, A Word to the Wise, man. Because if you don't know, you will know. And if you do know, tell somebody, man. Comment, like, subscribe, man. Follow the movement, man. Get these wise words from wise brothers, man, because we're giving y'all the space to be you. You feel what I'm saying? And as always, I got my brother here with me running the two-man today. Got my boy OG in the building. Shouts out to my boy G Roo. Shouts out to the LD and our producer Johnny Bavito. You know it's your boy Hump, man. You know we come back in here and we do things how we do things because I feel like today when we get going, because you know my bitch of the week is definitely coming up. And I did want to get real personal with bitch of the week this week. But you know what? I felt like more than we and my family deal with this type of shit. So I'm giving bitch of the week to all you ungrateful ass teenagers. All you ungrateful ass teenagers. You know, they had put a stat up the other day and they thought it was funny. If they had 100 unks versus 100 young niggas with no weapons, do you know the mass destruction that would happen for you young niggas in this regard? Do you know how many of y'all gonna just get beat the fuck up? You know what I'm saying? Fucking around with these unks who throw hands all the way. And you know why we gonna beat y'all the fuck up? It's because y'all so ungrateful. For people who are just starting out their life, and I see why it's so hard for black people not to kick your damn kid out of 18 because yo, it's something about black kids. When you get to that 15, 16, 17, you get the don't let you get some little poom power, you know, don't let you get your little significant other feeling like you got some shit going. Don't let that shit happen for you. Cause the first thing you're gonna do is disrespect the motherfuckers who've been doing everything for you, feeding you, clothing you, putting you in this type of shit to make you feel like you're doing everything on your own, but you are not. Take it from experience myself. OG, you let me know if I'm crazy. But these ungrateful ass teenagers, these niggas getting bitch up. I'm sorry. It don't even make sense.
Man, look, from 13 to 19, bro, it's terrible. And
Terrible.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a it's a lot of things that come into play with that. A lot of it stemming from independence. We got to understand the world that we in today. These little niggas been a calculator, touch screen kids. They whole motherfucking life.
Whole life. You're right, bro.
So they ain't looking to wait and go through a process and be patient. They want to do that shit right now, which leads to a lot of defiance, which leads to a lot of going behind what somebody else said not to do.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, avoiding the example that's been set before you. It like again, learning from what others have been through and they trying to tell you, hey, that gets you through a lot of heartache. Trust me. It's a reason why old niggas be like, "Hey, it ain't nothing you doing now that I ain't did." It literally, and at 32, 33, we can say this shit right now to anybody that's younger than us, unless you didn't live the athlete, a model, entertainer, one of them type of lifestyles. If you just lived a normal, I went to college, got a job, got a family type ass life. Oh, it's nothing you've done that we have.
Trying to tell
Nothing.
you. Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. And that be the killer part about it though. It's like for us, for me to give y'all a bitch of the week, I really need y'all to understand that that's like our ancestors what they used to say, like y'all doing the same shit that we was doing. We done already suffered through this. We done already tried to go through the pain, and so we all could just do this scotch free. Why do y'all even feel like y'all have the point of having these touchscreens and all this shit in the age y'all grew up in? What do you think? Y'all think that just happened just because? You feel what I'm saying? You get bitch of the week because you just get ungrateful. You just start doing stupid shit. And you think it's so in the moment, you don't think bigger picture at all. You feel what I'm saying? Which leads us into our great topic of today, because we finna have a good talk about this. I got some,
Hold on. Before we get there, we gotta do our toast. We gotta do our toast.
you right. You right.
We
Because
gotta
you
because
stopped me because I was finna
look.
go
You
on.
got it off your chest,
I
but
got it
we
off
gotta
my
bring
chest
it back.
slightly. But
Wait, look, let,
we gotta toast up. I want to
let me
toast to all
go ahead. You go first.
parents who do what they supposed to do. The ones that's there at every recital. That's one that's there every game. The one that supports your kids, who put them through school, who do whatever they needed to do to make sure that that kid had a future. I want to toast to you because as a fellow parent, It's hard work to do what we do on an everyday basis. You know what I'm saying? And I want to respect. I also want to throw a good love out there to the uncles and aunties who support these kids when they don't have to, because these technically ain't your children. They're your niece and your nephew. But I can tell you right now for a fact, all the uncles, all the aunties, salute y'all too. You feel what I'm saying? OG, you got something to throw on there?
Absolutely. To piggyback onto the props you given today, I want to give a special shout out in the same line that we already going down to my mom.
For sure.
With at the age of 32, she still makes sure certain holiday traditions are in place. This year, her bottom oven heating unit that is the convection part to allow your oven to bake everybody. That motherfucker went out in the middle of her getting stuff ready.
Ah,
Yeah. So for moms to still put a Thanksgiving dinner together that looked amazing, tasted great, was on time. Shout out to Mondoose for still at this age.
sure.
It ain't just when you have kids that's in grade school. It's when you got adult kids and grandchildren. You still want to have a tradition. They still make it work. Shout out to moms and anybody who made it work this holiday season. This
For
one to
sure.
y'all.
Oh, man, shout out to y'all. Great things there, great things there. But like I was saying prior to this, our topic of today is what happens when you bite the hand that feeds you? What happens when you fuck around and find out from your people? Because a lot of these times when you be, I just want to talk to y'all today. And even you young adults, niggas that's under 30, I want to talk to y'all too. Because just like he said, just because you grown, you may be making a little money, you may be doing some things this here and the third, it's still a respect and it's still an appreciation that need to go out for your people because they still do amazing shit. He just told you, my dude just still poop some shit out of here, and she probably didn't even panic. You know what I'm saying? She probably didn't even sweat. You probably didn't really even realize what was going on until like, damn, then you try to get in to help her, and she was already, you know what I'm saying, stable. She was
It's
already,
already done.
you feel what I'm saying? That type of stuff right there just comes with time and experience. As your parents, that's what we embodied when we had your dumb ass. You feel what I'm saying? This just be the thing about it though. So, G, my question to you, I'm gonna let you go first. You know, I'm gonna be long-winded with this. What
hmm
happens when you bite the hand that feeds you? What happens when you fuck around and find out that your parents are the real deal? They are everything that they talk about.
Man, I think we didn't talk so many times and on our show about the different ways that you can affect someone's perspective on who you are. Um, Biting the hand that feeds you, and it's so many different ways that you can do this, y'all. From man, the obvious shit of stealing, not not being obedient, not taking heed to what's been told to you, completely rebelling. It's so many different ways, but ultimately, what those things ultimately boil down to is that person just lost trust in you. You feel me? So that trust in knowing that if I leave them here, this is going to happen like you need it to, or if I need X done, it's gonna get done like it should get done. What it do, what it do.
My boy Rue talking.
Like
Yeah,
it's so many things when going to biting the hand that feeds you. But like I said earlier, for I'm gonna look at it in a different light. Biting most of the times, people that's biting the hand that feeds you, everybody looking at it in a negative connotation.
true, true,
But
true.
but a lot of times it also happens when, like I said earlier, you're looking for that line of independence. You're looking for a way to carve out your own lane and be bigger than what you think you are at the moment, or ready to grow faster than what you may be thinking that you are, or maybe it is that time and it is time to step on some toes a little bit. I think biting the hand that feeds you is not necessarily always a. Most times than not, it's a bad thing, but there is also moments where it's time to grow bigger than the pond that you're in, or it's time for you to do something a little bit different than what somebody is wanting you to do, but you know it's gonna work. You know it's gonna drive some better success, some greater results. Those moments, man, I think that's a whole nother topic. But typically for the negative ways, man, it's definitely the loss of trust.
I'll tell you. And then, like I said, shout out to my boy the G who just popped on. My boy, what's happening with you? But it's like to me, then now just because you hop on, we talking about now, we talking. Basically, the question is, what happens when you bite the hand that feeds you? What happens when you fuck around and find out your parents were the real deal and they did more for you than you think? That then then you might have thought of it, like you said, because I love what you're saying, OG, about the independence and all this other stuff. And what I try to preach to my babies all the time is you can basically do anything you would like to do in these moments. One, if you do it respectfully, because there's no parent alive that's gonna be mad about, especially kids going on to college doing this. No parent alive is gonna be mad about you wanting to do things on your own and wanting to support yourself and wanting to get things going. You get pissed because there's certain little things that we try to get you to do that you don't understand are pivotal to your success. You know what I'm saying? I.e., small example that I can give you is if you go off to college and you more than 4 or 5 hours away from your home, your parents, your first year that you're in college, I don't give a damn how trustworthy you were, how responsible you were in the house, how everything you were. Your parents are gonna want to know that you are okay. They're gonna want you to check in with them at least once or twice a week, just to know that you still breathing and you kicking and you doing everything. You could be up here fucking completely up. I mean, you could be up here just doing God knows what's wrong. You feel what I'm saying? It does not matter because at the bottom line, they just want to know you okay. And when you start doing stupid things to not do that or not to do this, and you got every excuse in the world, this, that, and the third, you setting yourself up for a destruction that as parents, we can see that you're not ready for. We know when your kid's supposed to be, because like I said, we know what kid is gonna be responsible. We know if I throw Reggie out here in the woods, he gonna be all right. He gonna do what he gotta do. He gonna do everything the right way. He gonna make sure everything good. I know if Ryan got to get out here, he might have left the house at 16, whatever the case may be, but I know he gonna be all right. I'm gonna see him at every Christmas, every Thanksgiving, every birthday, everything that's supposed to be there. He just wanted to literally need to be on his own. You throw Darnell out there on the home, and you know that nigga fucking around. You feel what I'm saying? We got to make sure this nigga doing what he's supposed to do. We got to make sure he on top of stuff like this, so things could be in his mind to let him know that, hey, nigga, you may feel like you was doing things, you may feel like you had shit going, but that little $20, $30 you need every 2, 3 days, that's irresponsible. You not being able to pay your rent, that's irresponsible. You fucking around in school and then got the nerve to be mad at me because I got something to say to you about it? That's terrible biting the hand that feeds you. Nobody, like I told you, I just said nobody alive is gonna be mad about independence. We all were teenagers. We all understand what it felt like. But then once we got to that adulthood, start having these kids, start getting these positions at these jobs, start doing stuff that we didn't want to do on a daily basis. We start slowly realizing, damn, had I just taken a little bit more time under their wing and got what I needed, I could have started off a little easier than this. You feel what I'm saying? I could have started off a little bit better than my compadres who going out and they buying everything. They doing all this worldly shit, but they ain't got a pot to piss in. Feel what I'm saying? And I got the crib. I got the car. You know what I'm saying? And Rutal, you'll be good at this. This will be a great answer for you. You feel what I'm saying? As I throw it to you, is you got people who do things the right way. You got people who have experienced the wrong ways and everything of life. Like OG said in the beginning of the episode. Anybody who lives a normal life and has went through these type of things, and you get to that 33 and up and 35 and up range, you get to that status in life, you could tell these niggas something under 30 something. You could tell them something. And they might hope they listen. But we know us, especially as Negro people, we ain't gonna listen. We're not. So root talk, I'm gonna ask you, and we'll go from there. What happens when you bite the hand that feeds you? What happens when you fuck around and find out that your parents are the real deal?
I mean, I tell you about the hand that feeds you, you fuck around and find out. If you know what I
Immediately.
mean, you fuck around and find out that shit, like you said, your parents were doing a lot more than you thought they were doing. Or shit was a lot more tougher than you thought. And you weren't prepared for what you thought you was prepared for.
Mm,
I mean, because a lot of us, we can get, you think you, like, especially if you get on the road, you doing everything the right way, you thinking, and then you run into a certain situation, and you be thinking, yeah, I got this, I can do this, I usually am good with everything else, I can handle this. And then you fuck around and you find out. Because you probably had somebody in your ear telling you, giving you some advice of probably not to do that. And you, no, I got this shit. I'm me. I'm who I am. I'm well, I've been handling my shit. You know what I mean? I've been doing what I was supposed to do. But this person has really been was in your corner giving you some good advice. And you just being a hard head because a lot of times when you own your shit, you could probably be the hardest headed nigga.
Period.
Because it's sometimes you have to find out the hard way. Because you probably had that advice 9 times out of 10. Somebody probably told you before you did something stupid, don't do it, and you did it anyway. 9 times out of 10.
9 times out of 10, you're right.
And so when you find out the hard way, it's just now you be like, now I see why I fucked up at. I see where I made my mistake. Now it's on you to be mature enough to realize that you bit the hand that feeds you and you messed up. That take a mature person. Now sometimes you might not be mature enough to realize that, and you still might be in your feeling like, man, I know they told me not to do it, but so I got it. You know what I'm saying? And you be looking crazy still, like, but if you're mature enough and realize where you went wrong, that's how you grow and learn from the mistake.
True. True. That's an enlightening moment there. But I don't like I said, I don't think people realize it, especially younger people. Like y'all don't be realizing that, like, you know how much easier your life is, and just not to be funny or play the race card. But you know how one white boys really grow up and they just you be wondering how they got so successful and all this other stuff because they stayed under their father and all this stuff. They understood, like, all right, I may rebel, I may do dumb shit, but at the end of the day, like you said, I'm mature enough to come say, hey, mom, all right, I got a break.
Mm. No, no, I will not. I will not sit here and let you
Mm-mm,
spew
mm-mm.
that bullshit
No, you
because
can't. That's not
because
always
when
true.
when they because the one maturity thing that they gonna always have is this. They pops that they under their wing that know a lot of people up here, that's who get them out that bullshit. So when you get this shit wiped, this shit cleared, this shit waived, this shit at me, you and Red, nah hell nah, nigga. We would have had misdemeanor at 15. We would have had fucking impossible had to spend a year in juvenile at 17. Then when you get out at 18, get everything cleared. Now you gotta start from oh shit, what I really been doing out here. That's what the life was supposed to be. But yeah,
Just
maturity.
giving a fair example, fellas. Calm down. I got you.
Hey, nah, you got nah. We ain't gonna talk
Because
about white
it's
folks.
not always
It's different.
all of them. Because some
Yeah.
of them they don't even learn, even when they get put in the position, they still don't be like learning. They still bite the hand that feed them, but their parents understand the assignment of we have to keep this in the family for the wealth to grow. And eventually they do grow into the maturity, what I mean, then they take over the company like they were supposed to. But sometimes they get it in the beginning, some of them they fuck around for a long ass time, but their parents know what they doing. They might be biting the hell out of their parents' hand, but they know at the end of the day, little Richie is gonna finally come around because they probably did the same shit.
I mean, that's what I was alluding to. I'm alluding to the fact of the matter is that not necessarily saying that it's more prevalent or it's not necessarily happening. I think that's why I said not to play the race card, but race people, like I said, white people live different life, they do different things. This is already understood. I get, I got you. Feel what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, as far as when they do shit like that, it's more a covered up thing. They got so many more bases, as whereas the average black family may not have the resources to do that. That's why I was getting to y'all black children, y'all minority children. Y'all need to be realized that when your people, when you fuck around and bite the hand and find you for your people, you bite their network too. You get what I'm saying? You bite everybody that, oh damn, what happened to this person? Well, I thought this is that. And their parents say, well, they going through this and they not doing this, and the third. And it's like, oh, okay, well, damn, I was finna send him some money, but I'm not about to do that now. I was about to connect him with this person that I heard on this, but I'm not about to salvage my name and fuck up everything that I don't work for trying to put your ass on with the next person, and you just ain't doing what you supposed to do. That made me look stupid. That made me look dumb. That killed my credibility. That, like you said, like we just stressed on the show, it's so hard to work up as black people. Building your credibility might be one of the best things you can fucking do as a person, let alone a black person. And to have your children come behind you like we trying to do, because I feel like black people are really trying to change that narrative of kicking your kids out of 18. Sometimes these motherfuckers get so unbearable and they just don't be wanting to do shit, or they don't be wanting to play ball for a little bit longer. Just play ball a little bit longer. That's all. Then you can do what you want to do. Then you can go do your things. I'm just trying to minimize your mistakes because you're gonna make them. But then there's a difference between making mistakes and you just not know. And then like OG said, or you said, making the mistakes and you knew better. There's a difference between them. Because those mistakes when you knew better tend to be a little bit more reckless of a mistake than the ones where you just was ignorant. I didn't realize that if I
No,
was riding with the beer in the car, I didn't realize the open alcohol container. I didn't realize it.
and like the mistakes that you do better tend to be worse than the mistakes where you didn't know.
You didn't know. True. That's just a
Because
fact.
now you feel when you make a mistake and you knew better, you kind of beat yourself up about it because you damn well knew. And that's what makes it worse because you knew damn well you shouldn't have did that shit. And
Mm.
you made that mistake. Now you trying to you biting the bullet and you gotta like you almost kind of like downing yourself a little bit. Like you fucking with your like it's fucking with your head because you knew better.
You
You
knew.
knew what the fuck
Yeah,
was gonna happen.
I think y'all being real nice with this. Y'all being real nice. Yeah, what you mean? What y'all meaning to say is the reason why the ones that when you know better hit worse. Them bitches was normally premeditated. You normally plan to do it,
Yeah.
so you got caught doing what you was planning on doing.
Some stupid ass
Let's just go and keep it real.
shit. Stupid ass shit. Some shit you put some thought behind. Some shit you thought really was finna
That
go.
that's what make you feel bad. You thought you had it all planned out. You was all in the clear.
Thought shit was in the clutch.
Yeah,
You thought shit was in the clear. And
we
then
didn't
once
all
you
been there.
realize that shit didn't even hadn't even started. Like the bullshit hadn't even started. And then you gotta endure because now you out here. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just where we can have it. If you ain't realize biting the hand that feeds you, if you ain't prepared just to be out there, then play ball, young niggas. So I like to tell you, play ball until you get things and you have a level foundation and you have things that you need. Because I guarantee the things that you are seeking and you are wanting, they're literally right there on the horizon for you. You need to be more patient and wait for it to come. Just that simple. It's just that real. And we'll wrap up the show because y'all know we only got a few minutes left. And we leave it to be, I know how we do, hollering at your boy, man. Who hollering at your boy? Oh, nobody? Okay. Let me talk my shit. I talk my shit then. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to say it like this. For everybody who's anybody, and for anybody who's everybody, having kids and letting them go off to college is the hardest thing in the world. Letting kids learn their lesson and have to go through and endure things on their own is the hardest thing in the world. But you gotta do it. You gotta let them do it. And as Black people, we gotta have more of an understanding mindset of where they at. And I love for us to not necessarily turn our back on them, but we can't let them feel the pain of their mistakes. We can't let them do that and not turn our back on them. It is a way for us to do that. Because just remember when you was a teenager, just remember when you was out here cutting corners, when you was out here doing your thing, how reckless and how much you didn't think about your parents and what they were saying to you. So for me hollering at y'all, I'm hollering at the parents. We just holler at the young niggas and the parents. Y'all got to be a little bit more understanding, especially our Black folks. I know they didn't piss you off. I know they don't understand what the hell they doing. I know they don't know the gravity of their decisions. I know they don't understand the history of what's going on and how hard things were before they got there. I know all of these things. But they about to fuck around and find out. Because this world, two things. You either gonna be a part of or it's gonna shit you out. Period. You choose. And for most of us, shit us out. Then we became a part of it, which was the hard way to do things. When we can get in this thing and just do things the way things need to be done, so we can get to the positions and the money or whatever the case may be we want to do. Just saying. Stop kicking your kids out so early, looking at us. You know what I'm saying? Unless, hey, some of these niggas give you no choice. I'm sorry. The first day I gotta beat my son ass in this front yard, you better be figuring it out.
Well, if you're
Either
gonna
you
kick him
better
out, if
have
you're gonna kick him out early, prepare him to be out early. How
that's
about
true.
that?
That's true. That's facts. And I mean real deal preparing. If your kid ain't got no job, ain't got no cars, ain't got no nothing, they don't know how to make money, they don't know how to do nothing that's manifesting to their own well-being, don't kick them out. Now you do send a message because you ain't no bitch as a parent because I still believe in shoot first, ask questions later. Get fuck what y'all talking about. Us bitch ass gentle parent and shit. Fuck all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't got gentle kids, so we ain't doing no gentle parent. Period. You feel what I'm saying? And with that being said, it's always a good time to talk to y'all. Got my brother in here, the OG, with me. I got my boy, the G Roo, in here with me. It's your boy, Hunt, man. Shout out to my boy, LD. Shout out to my producer, Johnny Bravito. And, man, as always, if you want to come and see us on a regular basis, man, we on Instagram, we on TikTok, on YouTube. And if you kiss my ass, because I know I didn't post this week, but it's coming up soon. Don't worry about it. You didn't miss out on nothing very smooth. It ain't nothing you ain't going to get because we here to let y'all niggas know what's going on. And we fuck with y'all. You feel what I'm saying? As always, man, y'all stay wise. Y'all stay up.